Hi, this is part 1 of 2 for a full body opener. The first part's going to be a general top to bottom warm up, and we're going to start with just shaking. So if you relax all your joints, knees, ankles, hips, shoulders, arms, and just lightly bounce up and down and shake. You can leave the heels on the floor, standing up nice and tall through my spine. It's just a slight bending of the joints and shake. If you're comfortable, you can lift the heels up and tap the heels on the floor at the same time. This gives a little vibration through the whole body and helps loosen up all the tissues, the fascia. Nice big deep breaths, just very relaxed. You can turn a little bit, twisting side to side. You can bring the wrists out in front or out to the side. You can change the angle of the wrists that you're shaking. Bring them overhead. And you can spend as much time as you like doing this, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and once you're done that, we're going to start with a gentle rotation of the spine. We're going to pivot on the heel and turn to that side. Our arms are going to be nice and loose like noodles, and as I turn, I'm going to allow the hands to just gently wrap around my body, maybe tapping the sides. Tall through the spine. You can do 5 to 10 per side. Just breathing normally. Following that, we'll bring our feet about hip width apart, and I'm going to be rising up through my toes and reaching towards the sky and then gently lowering. Breathing in and relaxing down. I'm trying to control through my calves and the balls of my feet, the rising and the lowering. 5 to 10 of those, and then we'll start with relaxing the shoulders and letting the arms drop. Like you're releasing all the tension in your body. I start to get a bit of a hinge. My low back is flat. My shoulders are relaxed. My head drops. I reach tall and drop. After 10 to 20 of those, we'll just get a little shoulder roll. So I'm bringing my shoulders forward, up and back, squeezing gently and dropping. Continue breathing in as I come up. Exhaling as I drop them back down. We're going to do 5 to 10 rotations in each direction. And then I'll reverse. Squeezing them back and down, lifting them up, bringing them forward. Exhaling, breathing in on the up. Exhaling on the down. 5 to 10 in both directions. And we're getting into an internal external rotation of the shoulder. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to bring the shoulder around, shoulder capsule around. I'm going to bring the palm of my hand, turning the palm of the hand, reaching up towards the sky. The other one's going to be out to the side here. I'm going to look back towards that hand, and then I'm going to switch to the other side. So I allow my body to turn slightly. I bring my shoulder forward. I look back at the hand, keep the hands at about shoulder height, and think of the rotation happening just in the shoulder. And breathe normally. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. 5 to 10 per side. And then we'll get into the neck a little. I am going to be turning left and right, so when I do so, I want to make sure that my chin is not jutting forward, but I keep it turned, pulled back slightly, and I'm rotating, keeping my nose level and looking to one side. Breathe in on the way back to the front. Exhale as you turn and look to the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Five to 10 per side. And then we're going to get an ear to shoulder. So we're trying to make sure we're not turning our head this time, that we are just bringing the ears straight down, not reaching across, but down towards the shoulder. Left and right. Now for this, we are going to add our hands and wrist. So on the one side, when I'm bending my ear towards the shoulder, I'm going to make a little chicken bait, bringing the fingertips together. And I'm going to rotate that up towards the ear on the other side. I'm going to press my palm out towards the ground. This enhances the stretch in the neck. So I breathe out as I press. Breathe in and press. In and press. In and press. Again, 5 to 10 per side. And we'll finish this off with just some gentle circles. Big rotations, keeping your arms as straight as you can. 10 in one direction. 10 in the reverse direction. Just keep the arms straight. If you have to make the circles smaller to keep your arms straight, make them smaller. And we'll do the same with an in. We'll sit down slightly and we'll open up to the side. And reverse direction. So to 10 of those. And shake it out. Whenever you get tension in your body, it's nice to just shake. It releases that tightness, loosens up the fascia again. Moving down, we're going to get into a torso rotation. So I'm going to have my hands behind my low back supporting, and I'm looking to push the hip to the side, to the front, to the other side, and behind. I'm trying to hinge as little as possible. What I don't want to do is this, this, and this. I'm trying to keep my head pretty much where it is and rotate around it. Just nice, even breathing. It's a gentle rotation, don't force. And then reverse direction. Five to 10 rotations per direction. And then I'm going to get into a wider stance and start getting into my hips. So, shoulder width or wider apart, based on how you feel. Once I'm in this shoulder width position, I'm going to sit back and down, sliding my hands down towards my knees, keeping a nice tall spine. I want to make sure my knees stay out, so I'm going to have my hands on the inside of the knees, and I'm going to resist them turning in on me. As I turn to one side, I will exhale and bring my shoulder across and slightly down. I'll look behind me. Exhaling, inhale back to the front. And then exhale, turn towards the other side. 5 per side there. Now I'm going to stay in this low position and still sinking down in my position. Hands can be on my knees, but now I'm shifting and tilting my hip to one side and shifting and tilting to the other side. from the front. Sitting down, tilt. You can use your hands as kind of a guide. Follow along, tilt. Sink down and tilt. It can be a little bit higher. You're sinking to where you can and getting that tilt. You do 5 in each direction. And then we're going to turn that into a rotation where we come across, we stand up, shift over to the other side and tilt, and then scoot through. 1, tilt, 2, shifting over, tilt, 3, shift, 4, shift, and 5, shift, and then we reverse. Tilt, scoot down, 1, scoot down, 2, and back. Bringing our feet back in closer to about hip width apart. I'm going to get into the hamstrings, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide 1 foot back. It doesn't have to be very far. You'll notice that I've stayed on the line so my hips can be square. Once I'm there, I'm going to shift back, and I'm going to rotate on the heel and leave this knee pointed out and the toes pointed out about 45 degrees. What we're doing here is I'm going to have my hands out in front. We're going for a hamstring stretch. So I'm going to shift back, and I'm going to make sure I shift and turn slightly so I'm sitting down. So we can practice this at first where we come up and turn our hip forward and move forward with our hips. Push off that front foot, turn the body slightly, and sit down. Now, that's the basic movement. What we're going to do is when we come back, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to lift the toes up off the floor, and I'm going to hinge and bring my fingertips up behind me, opening up the arms, and come forward again and release. Breathing in and exhaling as you shift back. And then we'll switch to the other side. So the other foot's going to be forward. I'm going to go sideways so you can get a different view. From here, stepping back on that line, turning the ball of the foot out on the heel, hands out in front. I shift back, I lift the toes. I shift forward and shift back. Stepping back up. Starting with 5 reps per side, you can increase this to 10. And finally, we're just going to finish with some basic rotations around the hips, knees, and ankles. So, we'll start with lifting the knee up, opening it to the side, and then rotating back around. And you can touch down with your foot after. If that's a balance issue for you, you can scoop and touch. We're going to do 5 in one direction. And then we'll do 5 in the opposite, so it comes out to the side. Slightly back to open up the front of the hip, and then out to the side and around. We'll switch to the other side. Going forward first, find my balance, unlock the knee. Bring this one up, open, and bring it around behind slightly to open up the hip. 3, 4, 5, and then you can reverse. So picking the knee up and going open, and then out to the side and around. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shake out the legs. Now we're going to get some knee rotations. It's just a gentle opening of the knees. It's a small circle. I'm standing my feet about hip width apart, and when I do the rotation, I'm going to turn my body to one side. You'll notice my knees turn along with it. I don't want them to buckle in. I just want them to naturally turn, and then I'm going to scoot down to my knees, and I'm going to bring them around to the side and stand back up again. And I'll do 5 in one direction, 5 to 10, 3, 4, 5, and now reverse direction for a different view. I'm shifting now to the left, turn, scoop the knees, stand back up. 2. Feet can be closer, can be hip width apart. If they're closer, the knees just stay a little bit closer, but again, you don't want them coming towards each other, you don't want them buckling inwards. And 5 to 10 on that side. And lastly, we've got some ankle rotations. So if you're having trouble with balance, what we're trying to do is not move the knee now. It can be lower, and I'm thinking about just the ankle and the big toes drawing a circle. And if you have trouble with balance, you can have your hand up on a wall or use a broomstick beside you, reverse direction. Switch to the other side. And as we're bouncing, remember, we want to really grip with our feet. So think about pressing the big toe down, the small toe, feel the pressing the ground with your foot to get the arch activated, and rotate. Big circle, just breathe normally, and then reverse direction. And shake it out. It's up to you how long you make this workout. Once you get the idea, you can do as many reps as you want on each side. And you can also take a break in between as you're learning, and then move on to part 2. So part 2 is going to be a little bit more focused on spine and shoulder opening, which is the worst thing it's the most common thing that people are dealing with, is being stuck in this position and not able to open their shoulders and their spine. So the second part of this is more focused on fascial opening around those tissues and releasing tension in your upper